Hi dear students, good morning. Welcome to ITC online session. In previous sessions, we have completed our three chapters. Chapter number 11, construction, chapter number 14, statistics, and chapter number 15, that is probability. Now we will proceed towards our next chapter, which is having weightage of around 5 to 6 marks in board exam, that is chapter number 2, polynomials. Now this chapter basic information you have been learning from standard 8. Now as you can see in your 10th syllabus, polynomials up to cubic you have to study in your syllabus. That is, first is linear polynomials, second is quadratic, and third one is cubic polynomials. Now you can see on the board the standard form of linear polynomial. First of all, what is called a polynomial? A polynomial consists of either a single term or a term and a variable with any of the coefficient. Now, this linear equation has standard form, that is ax plus b equal to 0, where here b is constant and x is a variable with a as its coefficient. Now you can see why it is called linear polynomial, because variable is having highest power or degree, that is equal to 1, so it is called linear polynomial. As you can see its example, 5x minus 7 equal to 0, 3 upon 2y plus 5 upon 2, that is equal to 0. Now your variable may be assumed from A to Z, that is any alphabet you can write, but normally we take x and y. Remember one thing, if the highest power or degree of polynomial is 1, then it is called linear polynomial. Now, moving to our second polynomial, that is quadratic polynomial. Now, what is quadratic? When any polynomial is having its highest degree 2, then it is called quadratic polynomial. Now, the standard form for quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Here c is constant term, x is variable with b as its coefficient, x square is variable with a as its coefficient. Now you can see its example, 5x square minus bx plus 2 equal to 0. Why this is an example of quadratic? Because highest power in this polynomial is x square. Now another example, you will feel that here there are 3 terms, but here there are only 2 terms. Irrespective of the term present in the polynomial, you have to see the highest power of the degree. If the highest power of the degree is having value 1, then it is linear. Here you can see, here there are 2 terms, but the highest power of variable is 2, so it is called quadratic polynomial. Now third is our cubic polynomial. As the name suggests, the highest power of variable is 3. You can see its standard form, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. Now I have written 2 examples, 3x cube minus 4x square minus 5x plus 7 by 2 equal to 0. Here also you have to remember, irrespective of the number of terms present in the given polynomial, you will decide the type of the polynomial on the basis of the highest power or the degree of the variable. Here you can see the highest power of variable is 3, so it is called cubic polynomial. Now these are the 3 basic types of polynomials. If the highest power is 1, then it is called linear polynomial. If highest power or degree of variable is 2, then it is called quadratic. And if the highest power is 3, then it is called cubic polynomials. Now moving forward to our next topic, that is to find the solution. Solution in terms value of our variable, which we called as zeros in this chapter, that is polynomials. Means after solving the equation we get different values for x. Those values are considered as zeros. These zeros are not that the values are zeros, but any of the value which is coming for our variable is called solution or zero. As you can see, number of zeros always depends on the power of the polynomial. That is, in linear polynomials, the highest power is 1. So, number of zeros for linear will be 1. Similarly, in quadratic polynomial, the highest power or degree is 2. So the number of zeros for this quadratic polynomial will be 2. Similarly, in cubic polynomial, the highest power or degree is 3. So number of zeros for cubic polynomials will be 3. Now, as we have discussed that linear has 1 zero, quadratic has 2 zeros and cubic polynomial has 3 zeros. Now, how we are going to find these zeros, that is solution. So there are two different methods. Number one is graphical method and number two is factorization method. Now you will study about both these methods in details when chapter start. This is just the basic information. Now, suppose you are having a quadratic polynomial, and as we have discussed earlier that quadratic polynomial has 2 zeros. Let us denote these zeros as alpha and beta. Now, there is a shortcut to find whether the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros are right or wrong. So, for quadratic polynomial, sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta, is equal to minus b upon a, and sum of the product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta, is equal to c upon a. Now, you can see that here a is coefficient of x square, b is coefficient of x, and c is constant term. Now, simply this ABC can be obtained by comparing the given quadratic polynomial with our standard form. The coefficient of x square will be a, the coefficient of x will be b, and constant term will be c. Now, suppose in many examples you will be told to find the quadratic equation when the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros are given. Then for that you have to simply remember this formula: k into bracket x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros equal to 0. Simply you will be substituting sum of the zeros and product of the zeros into this equation. You will get the quadratic polynomial. Now, same formulas can be applicable for cubic polynomial. Now, as we have discussed earlier that cubic polynomial has 3 zeros. Let us denote these zeros as alpha, beta and gamma. Now here we can find 3 different values. First is sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is equal to minus b upon a. Next is sum of product of the zeros, means we will be multiplying 2 zeros at a time and then we will be adding all of them, that is alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha, that is equal to c upon a. And last is product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta into gamma, that is equal to minus b upon a. Now, as you can see here, a, b, c and d are: a is nothing but coefficient of x cube, b is nothing but coefficient of x square, c is coefficient of x, and d is our constant term. By this way we can find sum of the zeros, sum of the product of the zeros and product of the zeros. Now, say for example, you have been given these 3 values and you want to construct a cubic polynomial, then we will be using this formula. Here k is constant. You have to simply write k into bracket x cube minus sum of the zeros into x square plus sum of the product of zeros into x minus product of the zeros, that is equal to 0. Substituting the value of these 3 into this equation, we can get our cubic polynomials. Now secondly, questions about you will be given any of the polynomial. In question it will be told that you have to find the zeros and verify the relation. Whenever it is said that you have to verify the relation, then we will be using this shortcut formula. These formulas we will be using for quadratic polynomial and this formula we will be using for cubic polynomial. Now at the end of this chapter, division for polynomials will be given. For that you have to remember this formula: p of x is equal to q of x into s of x plus r of x. That is, this equation can be written like this. Suppose you have been given a quadratic polynomial and you want to divide that polynomial, then we will be writing like this. Say for example, p of x, where it is divided by s of x, we get u of x, and at the end we will be getting r of x. This one is called dividend polynomial. This s of x is called divisor, that is by which value we divide. Here after division, the value which we get here is called quotient polynomial, and last will be our remainder. This remainder may have any value. It may be negative, it can be 0, it can be fraction, it can be any positive value. Now this p of x is dividend polynomial, where it is divided by s of x, that is divisor polynomial. We get here quotient polynomial, and last will be our remainder polynomial. So dear students, this is the basic information which you will be needed to study this chapter in detail, that is polynomials. Hope so you have understand the basics of polynomial. Here in this chapter there are three different exercises, 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3. One by one we will be discussing them when our tuition starts by online on Zoom. Hope so you have understood this. Thank you. Please go to my YouTube channel Ishika Tuition Classes Education for All. Please subscribe, like and share my video. Thank you. Please stay home, stay safe.
मैं तेरा बन जाऊंगा